SEO, mass page, talking about whatever, except for politics. We don't talk politics here.
No, we don't.
Steven's along with us here tonight. How you doing, Steven?
Very good indeed. Yeah, working on all sorts of things throughout the week. So it's getting very exciting. And my dev is raring to go for Monday. Once I know that we're all okay to go with your form and the new fields. I know you've been super busy on the form.
Yeah, we have. I have some big updates today, like big ones we've been working on for months. We have our beta version of Siphon, which I'm going to show to you guys live here on this call, and it is nothing less than awesome. I have to say, it's I even was almost dancing around the room here because it was just such a cool thing to check out today. So I'm very excited. Thank you guys for being here. This is going to be a call definitely worth your time, and we'll get into it. So you got the kids in quarantine-ish. Are you guys doing any virtual Santa Claus this year? What are you guys doing with the Santa?
Well, the thing is, Santa, right? What people don't realise is he's actually clear of COVID. He's had the injections.
He's got the vaccines.
Yeah, he's had the vaccine. All his little elves have had the vaccines. so he was one of the first to get it as soon as they released it in England. He flew over to get it so he could travel around the world in time for Christmas.
Okay.
And we got a naughty elf who does different things each day. And plays up for the kids. I keep meaning I must take some photos this week and post them up. We'll certainly do that. So so I think it's all good there.
Awesome.
Evening to Robert and Ted, who I know have just said hello to us. So good evening to you guys who are viewing us on Facebook. And but no, we're pretty much there. There's a few bits to do. Because my partner runs a children's clothes business on eBay, that's gone crazy with lockdown. People are buying. I mean, the Royal Mail in the UK have put millions of parcels a week through because of lockdown. So I know Amazon has as well. And some of the main retailers have been super busy. In the UK, we got a department store called Debenhams that went down the pan. And I think the only reason it went down the pan was the guys at the top were siphoning off money. That's what I think it is.
Wow.
And it's a shame because it's such a good department store. But that went mad when they opened it up for a few days after lockdown. Everyone was queuing out the window, No, it's we're getting there for Christmas. We're just gonna have a nice easy one at home, and we'll have a nice Sunday lunch, and and sort of a chill out from there. Morning, Andrew. Andrew says,
good morning, Andrew. Australia are already logging in. I've been told by Ted it better be good after my teas. I think after what we've put into it, I think you're going to find it's quite extraordinary, actually.
Let's put it this way. Daryl's going to siphon the information to you.
I am. This is groundbreaking. Well, you remember our talks a while back, Stephen, and I told you I had some things on the whiteboard that we've been working on.
I know, and I mean, I understand you've had to get a slightly smaller whiteboard because you've moved offices.
Well, I don't have a whiteboard in here. I'm doing everything. I'm not everything. I'm just doing mostly my broadcasts and stuff from here, just because it's a lot easier and worrying about the dog going crazy and all that fun stuff. I guess it's no big deal. Nobody cares about that, but I do. So, and it gives me a chance to not worry about anybody walking in or asking me.
That's like my office. You see now when I broadcast from my office, right? I make it a nice big office. Really, it's a shed at the top of the garden, and But I used to do stuff from in the house, especially on Skype with clients, and they'd all understand because of lockdown. You got kids about. We had over 6 months of the kids at home because the schools were shut.
Right.
And I couldn't work in my office because the missus was busy with her business, and so I had to be there for the kids as well. I had to homeschool them, so I was
Oh,
homeschooling
wow.
at the same time
It's
as she.
crazy.
So I'd do some of the lessons that I understood, because I'm dyslexic, so I struggle anyway.
Yeah.
And so I did the lessons I understood how to do them, and
It's
she's a maths nerd. She did all the maths and all that sort of stuff,
oh, that's
and
good.
and so it all worked out reasonably well. But it was tough, because after you've done like a few hours a day of schooling, and then you've got to run your business as well.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people out there, I'm sure, will understand this.
Yeah, I think
And
you're right.
and then lockdown, schools opened up again, and then along came my lead gen magic site and the templates. Along came your form, and it all sort of gelled together. So it actually made life a bit easier for me. And at first, when I released the templates, it was me on my own. And then I've got some lifetime guys in who funded the devs, who are raring to go on Monday to update all the templates. I was just waiting for a couple of things on the form, which I know Daryl's been working hard on with his team, and from Monday onwards, they're going to really be updating all my templates, adding the new fields, adding the images. So it's super exciting, and things will progress a lot quicker now. I'm also revamping all the Lead Simplify videos for Mike. I'm
Oh,
doing
cool.
them as well, and so it just means that I do my usual style of training. I like to keep it super simple.
Right. That's good.
And there's currently, anyone who's got Lead Simplify, if you log in to it, if you haven't got Lead Simplify, go to mass.page, because I think there's a thing under your tools, isn't there, for Lead
Right. Under
Simplify?
recommendations, go
Yeah,
down. There's a link that gets you sort of the best deal that I could find on it. So
yeah. For
you
those
can
that
use that
don't
link
know,
for it.
those that don't know this product, Lead Simplify is the magic phone system, lead form system. So if you got a website, in the early days, I built a website. I would set a phone number up. I would accept the calls myself. I'd fill in a form, and then I would have to decide who I sent that to. With the lead, with Lead Simplify, you put a web form up, have unlimited web forms, and they route them automatically to lead buyers. Same with the phone number; it rings in, and it rings 10 people at the same time. Fastest finger first, hello. And if you
Yeah.
don't want your clients answering the phone, you then pay a company to answer the phone call for you, a VA or somebody, and then you get them to fill the form in, and then you convert that form 3 or 4 times to different clients. And that's what that product does. And it's, I tell you what, it Lead simplifies the truth in it, because it simplified my life to automate all my calls. And
Yeah,
then
you even use
you
it
know
for basically just the form
I
itself for
do,
a lot of
yeah.
different things. Yeah, because you have unlimited
Mm,
forms with that.
yeah.
All right.
It's so good. And then along came your form, your magic form, as I call it, and
Yeah, the magic form.
I start. When we first started talking, as you know, Darryl, I got super excited of a form that you can fill in, and it will there. And the future of this is going to get even better next year, because
Oh my
as
God.
as the templates get more and more code on them, which we will be doing,
Yeah.
you'll get to a point where all you got to do is fill in Daryl's form, upload it to my templates, and the site's virtually built. Maybe a few
Yeah.
tweaks here, a bit of
Just a
extra
few little tweaks.
information.
Right.
But
Right.
most of it,
You know,
at, at the moment, right, the templates are designed so when you fill them in, it fills all the header information in, all the footer information in. It fills in the form for you. It fills in all the description bodies, and
right.
and we're going to add more and more to these to make it even more exciting and easier. I built a site the other day using your form and one of my templates, and I virtually built most of it. In a day. I paid a VA on Fiverr to do me the content, and all I was doing was paste, send, done. And
Yeah.
that's the idea behind this. So and that's why all these products are coming together, and it's super exciting.
Well, it's about 10 minutes into the broadcast here today, and we've made people wait long enough
Oh,
just to get a few people in and make sure that
yeah.
they get themselves onto the talk today. So got two big updates this week. One is the Siphon. We are going to show you this in a minute. if you are an enterprise level member, you already have Siphon beta there already, so you can test it yourself. So if you go in here into the dashboard, you'll see under other tools, enterprise levels, you'll see Siphon. And if you click on Siphon, it's just a really simple beta form right now. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to be implemented into areas of the form, okay? And it'll help you to write original copy for your website using other people's websites themselves. Okay, so similar to like if you were to siphon the gas or the water out of a tank and put it into your tank, that's what you're doing. But by the time it gets to the other tank, it's totally yours. That's what's so groundbreaking and revolutionary about the Siphon from MassPage. Okay, so we're going to show you how this works. And I hope you're as amazed by it as I am. So give me a topic. Let's ask the group. Somebody in the group name out a niche that they would like me to siphon the content for. Go ahead and shout out the niche inside of your comments. And I will turn this off for a second. I'm looking for any niche that you would like. It doesn't have to be your niche. It could be any niche that you're thinking you would like to have copy written on. We'll wait till we get 2 or 3. Junk removal?
Depends what sort of junk.
Junk removal. Anybody else? Let's get through 3 or 4. Let's get some participation. That's Harlan. Yeah. Senior care. Terry says senior care. Okay.
Excellent.
You don't have to give out yours, just different ones. Okay. Spa.
Yeah.
Okay. Garden maintenance.
That's from Andrew, and spa was from Ted. Okay.
Yeah, over here we call it something other than garden maintenance. I think we call it lawn care or nursery. I don't know if they call it nursery over there, but that's and pool resurfacing. Oh, I like that one.
Andrew,
bathroom remodeling. Okay.
And Terry.
Spa chemicals. All right. Well, let's say we're going to do pool resurfacing. Okay. Yep. So I'm going to go back to my page and you guys can see this. Okay. Right. We're just going to go to Google, or you could do Bing, whatever. And what we're looking for is a website to base and seed the Siphon with. So I'm going to do pool resurfacing near me. Okay. And what I'm looking for is a local website, not a national directory, not an Angie's List or Home Advisor or Thumbtack. You're looking for a real person's website. So I'm just going to click on these here. I'm going to look at this guy here. Okay. And you can pick this for any town. You just need some seed sites. All right. Now this guy has virtually no content on his homepage. So you wouldn't use his homepage, but let's look at his services pages. Virtually nothing. Okay. So this is a bad example of a site to choose.
Easy site to outrank, isn't it?
Very easy. Now this guy has a lot of text, not a ton, but let's see if he's got something looking for. It's maybe not the best. Let's take a look at this one here. We're looking for one of these pages that has a whole ton. About us. Spa resurfacing. Oh, these are just target links. So not a great one. Let's go back to the drawing board. This one is got some call to action to it. Pool surgeons. Let's try these 2 here. Here's a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. All right. How much this is okay. So let me back up. What we built this for is to fill in your description bodies. Okay.
Yep.
So I think we could also make it for the summary features. This description comes from the meta description, so you don't need to change that. But this box, we might give you this tool for, and we're going to make it for each one of these description bodies, okay, as an extra tool. If you're on Enterprise, you'll have this, okay? So what you do is you go ahead and you're going to grab the URL, and you're going to go to the Siphon. You won't have to go to the Siphon because it'll be right there, but this is in beta mode, and this is a proof of concept. Now, this may or may not grab the site because, again, we're just in testing mode here. But you can say how many sentences you want to Siphon. Okay, so this one broke at a certain point, so it wasn't a good one to scrape. So let's see if I can grab this other one here and see if this one will scrape better.
What you also have to remember is some WordPress sites, people put plugins on to stop services from scraping them or seeing the plugins or seeing data. So you may find that you'll pick a site and that may not work, but then the next one it'll just whiz through.
Well, we did have an issue earlier. I reported to the developer today. I'm going to put this into text here. Let me see if this is going to let me do it through just throwing in the text. All right, so grab. Back to Siphon. Gonna clean this out. Text. Put 25. We'll do it. Oh, this is what we were getting before, is invalid request.
Right.
All right. Let me show you a site that it did work for. So I knew I was going to run into danger by asking people for a site, but we might have to make some changes to the code a little bit.
When these things do happen, right, it's good to know that they do play up because this is in beta mode for all the people who've got Enterprise, or above. It's the case of we are then, if it goes wrong for you, obviously drop a support ticket in and just say what it's doing. It's always useful for us to know what's happening. And over the coming few days and weeks, it'll be tweaked and it'll be sorted to run smoothly.
Yeah. So here you go. This is the end result of it going through the Siphon. Okay. And here's your sentences that it pulled from there. Okay. And I invite you to go ahead and read that. It's pretty darn good. At Valley Plumbing and Drain. Now you're going to change everywhere that it has their company. You'll put in your company token. And so every time you fill out the form, it'll change the company name inside of here. Okay. So you'll be able to do that easily. Wherever it has the phone number, you're going to put the phone token. And so whenever you change the phone number on top of your GMB, it'll change that there. Here's a company name. You're going to change that with your company token. All right. So it'll just replace every time you change the GMB above. Okay. So this is going to go into each of the description bodies as a tool or a resource that you can use. Here's a location. So you could put locality in there. And it'll take the GMB location and stick it in all of these places inside your text, right? And then obviously you're going to need to clean it up, put some paragraph marks and whatnot. But the other nice thing about this is once it gets in the box, okay, you're going to be able to spin it as well. So for example, I'll explain it here in a second. So you would take this right here, and this would be company. This is the token that I was telling you about, right?
Yeah, the X field, yeah.
It's not actually that. It actually replaces it from the form itself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this is actually before the X field.
Wow.
What it'll do is it'll place it inside of the export code. So
Yeah.
you'll have something like this, and I'll show you how this all works in a second. So all of these things you would change into here, right? And you would have you clean it up and see what works for you in your business model and everything like that. So you like Syracuse, you would change to locality and you would change the company and all of that. But what I want to show you is this is the page it came from. Okay. And so we're going to take from this thing a sentence. Okay. Any sentence. So I will take this sentence here. All right. And I'm going to take this and do a Control F5. And you have a text box up here. Do you see where my text box is?
Yeah, I see
I'm
that.
going to put that sentence in here and hit enter. And it's 0 out of 0 from that page. So I'll do it again. See if I got lucky. Okay. We're going to take this sentence here. And we're going to go back to his page. And we're going to do a control. Let me just clean that out. Control F.
Which browser are you using for that then?
I'm using Chrome.
Chrome. And you just
I hit Control F for find, and I just hit it again, 0 out of 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is original content that we siphoned from Valley Plumbing. Okay. And it just needs some tweaking to make it ours. Okay. Now that's before we're going to do something else, but I want to also show you the reason why this is amazing. Okay. Is when you take this content, let's just get rid of this because I put the company in there and the phone number in here. Okay. Let's just take any of this content here. All right. This has been rewritten.
Okay. So it's pulled it off the original site.
Right.
Into your Magic Siphon form there.
Magic Siphon.
Right. And then it's automatically rewritten it so it's unique to the original, correct?
Correct.
Wow, I love it.
Yeah, but watch this. I'm going to take that to Copyscape, that text that was just there.
Yeah.
And we're going to hit premium search on it. Oh, hang on. Let me get logged in again.
What's cool about this, Daryl, is the fact that
there's one, but there was only partial match.
Yeah. Is you've just taken away another step for me, which is awesome, because I use Phrase a lot to get my data in. And it takes me, I'll be honest, it takes me forever to get the data, change it, or I go to a site, I grab the data myself, I put it into a spin rewriter, bring it back out again, to make it unique, and then check it on Copyscape. This is just, all under one umbrella. It's just awesome.
So yeah, and the thing is that when you take this out, like imagine this isn't there now, but when we have it in here inside the form, you won't have to leave the form to do this, right? It will just post right here into the section for you to work on, right? Yeah. And then you can do spin after you get all your variables changed, right? You can do spin, and now you've got it rewritten, and there's no way that will be matched up to the person you borrowed it from.
Yeah. So it's unique in the first place, and even if a tiny bit said, "Oh, this is sort of the same," you then put it into there, and it spins it, and then when you go to Copyscape again, obviously it's going to go, "Well, no, it's unique."
Right. And it'll be unique for your magic pages, right? It'll be magic page ready to go. Now, I don't always advise, just doing an automatic spin without looking it over. You want to make sure that you do, spinning manually where you can. The only place where you can't do manual spin text on my form very well is one we're actually, let me rewind. These what you see is what you get boxes. We're going to default to just a plain box with these wild cards, these tokens, because you'll be able to still get to what you see is what you get, but these tokens are not compatible with this box, and also Spintex is not as compatible with this box. This box has a lot of features to it, but it conflicts with this, so we're not able to do that. So we're going to give you we're going to take this away and only have it as an optional thing if you wanted to, click on it to actually have a widget WYSIWYG. But otherwise, you're gonna have that the Siphon drop it right into here, and then you can go in and where you see, the company name, I would just suggest you just go like that and just get rid of the company. It just goes wherever your cursor is. And then if you see Syracuse, you would just go and you delete that out and you'd put like the locality, and then it'll pull it from the form above. Okay. Still, this is in beta, so this part is still getting worked on as we speak. But these tokens are great because once you get this going, and then you do some kind of a spinning to it, either manually on this particular one, you want to do it with the spinner itself. The reason why is because this feeds your images, so your captions and your images are fed by this. Okay, and so you need to make sure that you actually spin it. Okay. Ted says and phone number. Yeah, you would change the phone number in here as well. Yep. Every detail you would have to go in and just update. But here's the thing, like what the reason why it's taken us a little bit of time to do this way is because we've been investigating a lot of different AI writing tools. And when you put in a keyword, okay, a lot of times the language that comes back is very like an article, right? It's not really like a website for lead generation, right? Or it's not really like the kind of website copy that you would want to have, right? You always get some kind of like some kind of spit out thing about that topic. It's not really valuable to the customer's eyes, right? Where this is actually like this information is coming from a real business, right? And that's what you're trying to look like is a real business, obviously, for lead generation. So you want to make sure that all of your language is correct. And then the other thing is some of the tools would not write good AI copy for fringe topics, okay, where topics that are not well, like there's not a lot of seed information inside of the tool. Okay, so this gets around all of that by letting you find the copy written somewhere, whether you're pasting it in, which we're still working on that pasting feature. We have some kind of a bug there, but you'll be able to put your text in there, whether you write it in Article Forge if that's what you want, or you grab it from another website, or you grab it from whatever. You'll be able to put it in the Siphon and then have it rewrite it for you. Then you can adjust it. Then you can add your tokens to it. Then you can hit spin or manually spin it from there, and you should be in good shape. So so that's it. That's the Siphon part of this update. What do you guys think? Is this
this I find this really good because I see one other application for this that you haven't mentioned, and that is you get a client come to you and they go, I want my site redesigning. And you go, sure, not a problem. It's going to cost you $1,000. And you literally take their current site, zap it through your Siphon form, and it rewrites all the content, and then you pull it into a new template. And how quick and easy is that to charge them $1,000 for rebuilding a site on a new template?
Yeah, it's got a lot of potential. Awesome, yeah. Jeff. Awesome, Andrew. Thank you, guys. Ted brings up a question. Would Google know this is MC spun? What is MC part? Do you know what MC is?
No, I'm not sure what he means.
Manual maybe
manual content or something content or Ted, but another comment in for us. I know it takes them a few months because I know what we say is slightly behind what they realize, what they type. So
yeah, we'll look it up. I'll show you another application that I find is very good for this. I've already been testing this. If you have the Siphon and you just go to the actual page, right? If you wanted to go to this company here, their website, or you're doing this for optimizing your pages and you're just looking for a description, if you just go like this and you put in 3 sentences, okay, because you have to write a meta description, right? Hit Siphon, and it basically writes your meta description for you. Obviously, you want to clean it up and stuff, but if this was your own site, you'd be able to do this. And now if you go up here and we go to Copyscape, let's see if that's here. It might hit on their brand because we do have some short sentences, but look at that, 0 results in Copyscape for what was just written for your meta description. Okay, so you could always spin that as well. So you really, this is gonna fix writer's block for you. If you have a hard time looking at a blank screen, machine like
I assume like AI
right.
type
I
writing.
don't think so. I mean, you have to really like look at the language. It's really well written. We really have chosen the APIs to use to do this, and it's really good. So
it's just I'm impressed, mate. I'm watching on my other screen, and I can see how clear the text is on that. It's just great.
Like I can enlarge it a little bit so you can see.
So on yours, I know you mentioned tags. Obviously, with MPP it's X fields. On yours it's tags. So the tags, if you put them in, then will automatically replace the phone number from the form, the company name, things like that. A bit like what the X fields are doing, but your sort of version
at the form level. Yeah, at the form level. Yeah.
Yeah, and only on the description bodies. Is that right?
It will be available to any via copy paste.
Yeah.
But we're thinking right now the summary and the description bodies.
Yeah.
So because those are the ones because everything else is automatic. Like look at you got your adjectives are automatic. You got to put in your niches because I can't pick that for you. But your titles are written already for you, and see it has the placeholder in there. You have the description that comes directly from the scrape, or else you can handwrite it in here. And then once you put it in, like once you have the perfect thing, you can go ahead and put in the wildcards inside of that. And then when you do an export for, say, another service that we'll have, you'll be able to have that populated from the form directly. So you don't need Magic Page to send it to another service, right? With Magic Page, the nice thing about it is the X fields. The X fields are what makes it. That's the reason why I'm here is because the X fields makes it work fantastically. But this is just a few fields that you can put inside of your text. And then on the output, it will translate that. Still, that's in beta. There's still some parts of it that are not 100% yet. So bear with us on that. But we're getting there. Like even, with the auto testimonials, if you click on that, it's taking and putting the company in here, and then you'll have the company on the other side once that's all set. So it'll all gel for you.
Harlan says, so this scrapes on a per URL 1 page at a time.
It's not necessarily for pages, cloning a page. It's really for taking sections and filling in on your description body. So it'll allow you to speed up the process of writing those sections. And the reason why we do it that way is so that when the site comes together on the other end, it's spun with 20 sections, right? That's a lot of content. That's a lot what Google wants to see. And so each section could be on a topic. So you find a pool resurfacing site, and then you find a page that has exactly what you want, and you go and you click on it, and you use this section. Even though it's small, you say, I need 5 sentences or 10 sentences from this, and it'll grab it for you. Okay. Harlan, I think, also asked, are we using Quillbot? The answer is no, we're not using Quillbot. We have our own APIs that we've been developing for this. So it is in our the NLP, natural language processing. But there's a few open source projects, and we've been working with that.
Ted says, don't get me wrong, but this looks cool, but I know Google is getting smart about respun content.
You don't have to spin it. The last step is completely optional. And we don't spin it to get it here. To get it to the Siphon, it's not spun. If you look carefully at it, if you get a chance, I don't know if Ted, if you have this beta, but if you look at the content, it's not spun. It's rewritten. It's rephrased. So it's own.
It's pretty much in a way like you go to someone's site, you do what I was doing manually. You grab their content, you put it onto a notepad, you rewrite it in your own words, and then paste it up. That's pretty much what I see this is doing. But instead, you don't do it manually. You just put your URL in, press a button, it does it all for you, which is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's optional if you want to spin content. I've been running sites, Ted, for many years for AdSense, and they pull in videos, they pull in other data from other sites, they spin the content, and I'm still getting reasonable monthly income from AdSense, and they just run by themselves, makes me a little bit of money. So yes, in a way, but I would partly disagree about Google worrying about spun content. And the reason I say that is in the UK, I don't know if you get it in other countries, in the UK, we've got probably a good 50 news sites out there that share the content across all of them now. It's all the same news articles, but spun.
Right.
And they don't get penalized, and they've got adverts on them from various companies,
Exactly.
including AdSense. So I don't think Google worries so much. If it's blatantly copying it like for like, I think they may penalize you. But a little bit of spun content, I don't think they're really going to care about.
Yeah, I was floored when I put like 50 sentences through it, and then put it through Copyscape, and 0 was found.
Yeah.
That's
just
amazing.
Awesome.
That's amazing. That's on a real ranking website I pulled it from. I siphoned it from a real website. I reprocessed it, perfectly readable. And it was 100% unique according to Copyscape. Terry said, just make your content relevant and it'll be good. I agree. Spintex, I only think that Spintex is great for the magic pages if you're trying to rank those, but you can go way over the top on that. And so
I use Spintex
manually. I would lightly spin manually. I think that's the best way.
That's how I do mine. When I clone a plumber site and I use a different template, but I pull the same content in, I spin it very lightly. I've got about 4 sites running with pretty much the same content. It's just reworded.
Yeah. Yep. So we had another question here. So at some point, DMT will tell us the content we need to fill into the services pages. This will become automated process with DMT for content. Not 100% automated. However, Harlan had asked a good question. Is this page at a time? One of the things we have on the roadmap is that once we stabilize Siphon, and this will be really contingent on the fact that we can get the pages to load without errors, because right now there's sometimes the pages will get an error and get stuck, and so it won't scrape the data. So we're looking at ways to try to get that to work properly. So bear with us on that. But the goal is to allow you to put 10 URLs in, and then it'll automatically do the Siphon on those 10 pages and put it into 10 different description bodies.
Wow.
So then you'll
so
just
cool.
go in and adjust those 10 description bodies so that you have your text. So that's what we're hoping to do. It'll take a little bit of time, not too much, but it will take a little bit of time to process all of that.
That's a good question from Robert Mind.
Yeah. Here was another question.
Arlen, I think this is from.
Okay. Let's say I create a site and export the code, but I delete the form from my dashboard. Is there a way to import the code that was exported and recreate the form using the import? Not at this stage, no. In fact, there's probably no reason to delete a form. We don't count the number of forms that you do. And so it's probably best to just clone it, then adjust the next one, and just record the next one. One thing, though, that we would like to do is allow you to name, getting curse words from Australia right now.
Hopefully in a positive way.
I hope that's a good thing. I know it's not COVID because they got that locked down over there. So
they did it right, didn't they? They really did it right in Australia.
Yeah. But anyway,
everyone bugger off.
I'm over here with the dummies in America that get COVID all the time. But anyway, so yeah, we will want to make it so that you can change the name of the form so that you can say right on this, save this, ignore this, that kind of thing on there, or add notes or something on there so that you can kind of keep track of which form you care about. Okay. That's a very cool process. Yeah.
Andrew's saying this is amazing. So
yeah.
I'll tell you what, you can pay someone to create content. You can spend hours doing the content yourself. The whole idea of these tools is just to make your life easier, make the process quicker, and it just means ultimately from start to finish you can end up with a fully built site in a day. I don't know about you, Dale, but I used to spend weeks on some sites designing them, getting them all put together, and that's without the Mass pages before I bought Mass page plugin.
Yeah.
Well, magic page plugin. I keep getting it wrong.
Yeah.
Mike will tell me off.
I've been designing websites for a long, long time. Beautiful looking, all the kinds of stuff. And they're great too. But at the same time, they don't rank as well as what I'm trying to achieve for you guys at Mass. Okay. So if you want to understand why I'm doing this, okay, is I still believe in Mass page can work if you do a quality content job, okay, and you follow the best practices that I'm trying to kind of show you guys. I have an advanced course that's coming out. We had a question about when that is. We're going to cut off signups this week. Now, looks like we have just about 12 now. But the problem is that the 12 people that have signed up, they put in their availability, and I've got sort of this very lopsided time frames for it. So what I think we'll do is I promise I won't do more than 12 people in a class. So I might spill over to a second class so that each class has less people in it. So you have more chances to ask questions. And then I'll be able to do one that some people want on the weekend and some people want on the weekdays. So I'm going to have to probably do 2 separate sessions. So if you haven't signed up for that, there is a post inside the Facebook group. It's $75 for the advanced class. Gives you an hour Q&A, ask me anything you want kind of thing. And it won't be a public link. So we do it in a small group like this so that, it's not exposed to your niches and things like that or questions. It's a small group that way. The other thing is one person that asked the best question on the call for the group, I'm going to do a 1 hour session, coaching session with them directly. So we'll just pick that one person. And so if I do 2 sessions, it looks like I'm going to have to, we'll do 2 winners. So one from each session. Okay. What else? All right. So we have another update for you guys that could be even bigger than what I've just showed you.
Oh.
Is that possible? Yeah.
This is just getting crazier and crazier, mate, all the time.
Yeah, well, the thing is we've had a lot of things we've been working on in the background. And this one was an idea that came recently from a guy on here. I don't know if you'd mind, but let's just go with his name is Jeff. Okay. And we had this idea after the Pizza World experiment about photos, URLs. And what we've decided to do is offer agency level and enterprise levels a new way of hosting their images, okay, that you're going to be really surprised with. And I'm going to show it to you now. Okay.
Cool. By the way, good evening, Tim Judge, who's just joined in. He said, I'm glad I tuned in.
Yeah, I think
the judge.
maybe he missed all the good stuff.
He has, yeah. You have to watch the replay now.
Yeah, there's a few questions here. Okay, so what I want to show you is here's my knocking around testing kind of site. I think I messed with this the last time. I just uploaded stuff into this template. But I want to show you this right here. Copy this URL and paste it in here. You'll see this is our images.link URL that works off of a CDN, worldwide CDN. They load very, very, very fast. Okay. But the one thing is from our Pizza World experiment, we realized with 0 promotion to a site, we could outrank the existing business with our images being optimized. Okay. Yeah. So we use the form, we put the images on AWS. Okay. And we index the image. That's all we did. We indexed the image. And the images on that page were about computers. And we started ranking for pizza over the actual business in Massachusetts, as if you watched that video. If you didn't get a chance to watch that,
it was awesome, mate.
It's worth watching. Okay. So what I want to introduce you to is something that we have in alpha mode right now. Okay. Is in this image right here. If you right click on this and copy the URL, you're going to be blown away. Can you guys see this?
Can you zoom in a little bit, maybe, or can you just trying to see
it? Won't introduce.
Oh,
it
no.
won't. Let me show you the URL inside this box.
Yeah. Google.
Every one of your images will be optimized with all of our stuff, all the cutting edge IPTC data from the form, and they will be hosted on google.com. And it'll
on your Drive folder.
And all you have to do is index your pages. And this, I'll show you what's going to happen. When you click on, whoops, hang on. When you click on this, watch what happens. It's going to go from google.com and it's going to redirect to Google user content, okay, where the actual image is. Okay. Now this is a test. Okay. So it's really large. This is the actual feeder file, the seed file that I put in here. So it's not processed. So if you're taking a look at that website, you'll see that this image is not processed yet. We are in the midst of getting this so that what you put into our site will be also converted over to Google with all the bells and whistles inside of the images. Okay. So the images will still be inside your media manager. Okay. So they'll still be in here and they'll still have your images.link file. Okay. So they're all backed up here, but you'll have an additional file that's been saved over to Google. So you can use either one. So you can use the images.link file or you can use the Google URL. Okay.
And so, Daryl, the space for that on Google, is that something you guys are covering on that?
Yeah, we do. I just bought 2 terabytes so that you guys don't have to get anything for that at all. Okay, so you don't have to do an API key. We may down the road let you put your own API key, but I didn't want to support that. I don't want to have to try to explain to somebody why their API key for Google isn't working and go back and forth on that. So we've taken it all out of your hands. It just gives you a Google URL that's public, and then it'll maintain the IPTC data that's ranking.
Harlan's saying he's confused. Harlan, in simple terms, right? At the moment, when an image is saved in the magic page, in the magic form, right, it's saved to Daryl's CDN network, but he's also giving you a copy of it on a Google network as well. You don't need your Google Drive. You don't need any Google properties. It's all added onto Google Space, and then on the form in the future will be a URL with that link for that image going to Google, right? And the thing is what people have to realize, and I've said this on loads of calls, Google loves Google. Very simple.
Yeah.
If you remember that, so YouTube, the website on the GMBs, anything to do with Google, right? Even Google Drive, if you can get all your content onto there, Google loves Google, and Google won't penalize Google, and it means then it will give you fantastic rankings. So imagine this, right? You take one of Daryl's images from his form, it's put all the metadata in, all the background data, and then it uploads it as well to Google. You take that link, you stick it on your website with the SRC HTML code either side, zap it on your website, and Google's going to go, "Hey, look at this!"
Right.
This is
not only that. Could you imagine like sticking these Google URLs inside of your YouTube video description?
Yeah.
How that's going to feed into your website, and then and the fact that the image, I mean, you're going to be ranking these images like nobody's business, and high-ranking images bring high-ranking pages with no backlinks. Don't backlink to your web pages at all, guys. Just optimize these images, okay? Get them hosted onto a high DA authority, okay? Get them indexed, which you're going to have to do that. I might make a tool for you guys to use an indexing that we kind of all have together, where we can save people some money on that. But you're going to need to index. You're going to have to index the website, just the homepage, right? To just make sure that the homepage gets crawled. If you have a brand new site, let Google find those images and let Google associate those images to your website. Because I have all the programming in the world that we could index them automatically for you, but that would just make them linked to Google Photos, and it wouldn't be linked to your website. Okay, we want them linked to your website, so you have to do the indexing to just get the homepage, make sure the homepage is working, and then you'll get yourself pulled from there. Okay. So
Terry says, there you go. Amir says, this is amazing. Jeff says, bravo. Harlan says, will you create training videos for these? I'm sure we can create some training videos to go with that. And Ted says, so is that all you've got for us today, lol?
Yeah, that's it.
This is just super crazy. Question for you, Daryl. In the description of an image, can you paste a YouTube video URL?
In an image, why would you do that?
Well, imagine
it gets crawled.
Google loves Google, so you put up a video, you take that URL, you get that zapped into the metadata of an image that you've got on your website. that's
some
also
people
on Google, and it's all seeing each other. And then on that YouTube video, you could put a link back to the image as well.
you could possibly do that. Not sure. Maybe that would work if you put
Just
it
food for
in
thought.
as a if you put it in a resource or something. But what worries me is that you'll have things that are not relevant. So you're going to be having a photo pointing to some other website or whatever, and I think you might get caught doing that. I don't think that I would necessarily do that. But I mean, even if this theory only works for a while, you're gonna rank your images, which Google image search is used on a lot of different things, different topics and things like that. And from our tests and our messing around, we found that having a Google image, and we have not even tested this. Okay, guys, this is a theory because we used AWS last time. Okay, but I'm assuming based on what I see and what I understand is that this image, the way that it works, should, if you Google Stack, do a Google Stack and just like list all of your URLs. We give you that whole list. You could just copy and paste them into a spreadsheet and make it public, right? You can do all of these things and it's totally legit. It's okay to host images on Google Drive. It's just a pain in the neck to make them all public because you have to do each one individually. We've taken that off you. We've taken the processing off you. We've taken the resizing off you. We took, basically the hosting cost is off you. We've taken care of all of that. So, so hang on, it's not here yet. We are we're working on this weekend alongside with the Siphon, and it's super promising. Very, 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 very excited about what this can do for ranking the websites. And I'm just we'll have to see from you guys what happens. I'm going to start building a whole lot of websites in my web design niche, just to test these things. Somebody says,
Holland says, just to be clear, will there be 2 image URLs on your CDN and one for the Google Drive?
That's right. That is correct. Yes. Terry said that Google Sheets work wonders with these images. Absolutely. And the thing is we're giving you just the whole list of the URLs. So you'll just be able to copy and paste them right into a column. And
that's super cool, mate. Seriously, I can't wait for it to go live.
Yeah,
to have that. And I do little things like I've got some spare domains that I don't do much with, and I just paste URLs on, so I can take all those URLs from the images, stick it onto a page, and that page is already that site's already indexed. So Google will see all the lists, all the links. So so that's even more powerful as well. Wow.
Yeah. So Christmas came early to mass pagers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So
you amaze me every time. No wonder I haven't been able to get hold of you. You've been busy doing all of this.
I've been busy. This is why, and people, you guys are like, are you okay? You're working on the weekend. We're all with our families doing things. Hey, I get time during the week with the family because I'm self-employed, as a lot of you guys are, and so I work sometimes 7 days a week, but I might work 2 hours one day or 7 hours one day, and not work the full time. And I just love what I'm doing. I absolutely love doing this for you guys, and it's a lot of fun for me, as well. So
Andrew says Merry Christmas, or Merry Xmas is his exact words.
Yeah. So
thanks, Santa. Andrew says as well. he's got the beard. He just needs to make it a bit more white.
It's getting white. Yeah, it's getting there. Maybe I'll be Santa someday. I got the bowl full of jelly for sure. So
Ted says I still want one more present just because I'm greedy.
Well, I will give you this present. I am willing to, because this is for enterprise, the Siphon is for enterprise. Those of you that are agency level, that bought into the lifetime deal, I'm going to work together something special for you to upgrade to get to this, because to me, you guys were there for me when this was a pea little project. And so if you wanted to bump yourself up to lifetime, we have the split payment situation. I've also have been known to take whatever you paid for the agency and take that off the top, and whatever discounts I can give you on the lifetime, I'll do. But as far as the monthlies go, if you're able to do the monthlies, I originally had done 67 and 97 for the lifetime agency. And I'm going to open that back up for those that are founding members that were here the first few months of our program. I'll open it up for you guys so you can grab this $297 a month level for 67 if you don't care about the Geoholics Enterprise, if you just want the standard Geoholics. Or you can get it for 97 if you want the full end Geoholics. Okay, so also eventually, guys, once we get this done with the Siphon, I'm going to have another product that will be similar to like Geoholics, so that you'll have your own registration and your own sign up and everything separate from MassPage, and that'll just be for helping people to do this outside of MassPage. Okay, so it's the whole idea is to pull them into these other softwares, and then eventually, either see, MassPage isn't going to be for everybody. So you guys you guys want this because you're building lead generation sites or you're building SEO sites and things like that. But some of these tools like ImageFly or Leads Detective or Geoholics, eventually they will have other purposes outside of MassPage building. So that's the whole idea. I just love building these things. I've put a lot of time and effort into MassPage tools right now to get it really to where it is now, and we're going to continue to grow it. But one of the things we've been looking at is how to solve the content dilemma. Because when I look at 20 boxes to fill in, or 20 testimonial boxes to fill in, I don't, that's why, you you don't do anything because you're stuck, right? You're like, I just need something, right, to get me going. And so that's why I'm building it this way for guys like me, that when I see an empty form box and you're supposed to fill in a paragraph or two, I freak out. Like, I don't have time to write this. I don't, you know what I mean? I need at least something to model it. Like there's some artists out there that are great artists when they have something to look at, like a scene or something like that. But if they're asked to just draw something just out of plain without some sort of reference point, they have a hard time. They're not visual. They're not able to do that. Maybe I'm one of those kinds of people. I have to sort of have a reference of some content before I'm really comfortable in writing out some of this stuff. So I just wanted to make this Siphon is the first level of that. Now we have had people ask about Article Forge. If you have Article Forge, obviously you can copy and paste that into it. But I'm not sure if Article Forge ever fails Copyscape. I haven't really tested that. Have you ever done that?
I have. I used to have Article Forge. I don't now. And I found that sometimes you'd run it through Copyscape and it'd come back saying that some of it's found. Mm-hmm. And the thing is that there's the big issue I have with so many different tools is you've got to log into this one, log into that one, log into that one. With this, all this coming together in your magic form, at least what's cool is you can use the Siphon to grab the data, zap it in, and I'd be using it to build sites very quickly for testing. So if you get something on there, get a site up. Then when you find that site's doing well, expand, add more. I sold a site to a customer, and I did all the content manually. I went off to look at other sites, doing pretty much what you're doing in a way, Daryl. In fact, it's identical really, but I was doing it manually. So I was getting the content, notepad, edit, change, load it onto the site. That takes me time still to find the sites to get the content. At least with yours, what you've said tonight is I can eventually take 10 URLs, zap them in, and it will take content from them and pull it in and make that unique content. Then I can zap the site straight up and leave it there. Then build another one, zap the site up, leave it there, and so on. And with the all of Mike's tools, the Magic Page tools as well, that just all comes together nicely to build a multi-site in my local area. And it is about building a site quickly, and then the site I've just done, I've actually just rented it to someone for £50 a month. Right, I'm not offering any SEO. I'm not offering any rankings, because I'm letting them have that site, get it on all their literature out everywhere, and then I'll go back to them and say, right, how would you like some SEO done on it for this price? And that's when I add the Magic Page plugin on the background. It's already there, but I haven't switched it on. That's all.
Yeah, it's a foot in the door. Yeah, that works.
And then you can upgrade them to other things. And when they leave you and they go, don't want to pay you anymore, someone else has built me a site. Okay, bye then. Switch to lead gen, lead simplify, job done. So this it's just getting better and better by the minute. I mean, like Andrew said, you are that Santa, mate.
Ho 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 ho. Yeah, so it's fun for me to do as well. One of the areas I have not put a lot of effort into is the actual templates. I'll be honest. I have been waiting for some fields to be fixed on the form to add those in, just because time is very precious for me, and doing things twice is not something I look forward to doing. But I also, as I think I've told you guys this before, is I don't want you to just stick to my templates or Steven's templates. Steven's templates look great and they get you up and running very quickly. But when you learn how to use these fields, you can take Steven's templates and add some things yourself to them using the X fields. So I want you to learn how to do it, but understand that what Steven does saves you a ton of time. There's just so much time that it saves you, and it sets you up with the right infrastructure. And you have some all-purpose ones coming out too, right? You'll have some.
That's templates. Right. My devs are building them as we speak. It's like you just said, because I know you recently added the title and the image on next to the description boxes, and I know we're waiting for tweaks on them to make them run smoothly. And so those templates are being built with those, which will have those extras added as well. But initially, the first batch that are up there already, they are there to load using WP Vivid, and they've got majority of the X fields in. And you just add some more X fields in, make the description bodies work. The future of the templates is going to be that when you go and look at the demo version, when you first install it, it's going to have a demo on there, and it'll say, in this title, enter 3 words. In this description body, add 20 words. And the generic ones will actually be text left to right, so you can add up to 250 words in each section, and it will adjust automatically and look good. That's what we're working towards. And I've got my guy working on at the moment a directory site one, and he is trying to make it work with a possible plugin that will then be a proper directory site rather than just the front end, so people can sign in and edit their own data. And so we're testing that at the moment. We found a possible free GPL license one, and so he's testing it to make sure it's going to be reliable, because there's no point releasing something that 2 months down the line it stops working. We don't want that. So yeah, so we're getting there with it all. And So as soon as you give me the thumbs up that those extra 2 fields are running
Yeah,
smoothly,
it should be soon. Maybe this week. We'll get all of that squared away. But yeah, I mean, this is this is a thing that you kind of have to bear with us because you're on the bleeding edge of this. You're really early. I mean, I literally just I started this in May or June, and just from an experiment, and that's how far we've gotten so far with this. And there's nothing that I know on the planet that does what this forum does all in one place. The things that it does with the images, and now posting them into a Google public file for you, I think it's going to be fantastic. And the fact that you'll have it also backed up to us if anything goes wrong. But I paid for 2 years on the Google Drive, and it's all set, so it's not going anywhere. And
on Lead Gen Magic, I've added the standard WP Vivid images of all the current templates available in Lead Simplify or MPP. They're both the same if you go and look at them. But what I've done is and I've mentioned this on the Thursday call, that if you want a quick way of installing the standard templates without any X fields on them, they're now in the members area, and anyone who bought in on Lifetime's got access to those. There's different level memberships now on my site. There's the standard ones for people who own Lead Simplify and not Mass Page Plugin, because people are getting a bit confused with the difference between the two of them. On the point of view that I had someone from Lead Simplify contact me and go, "How do I make the X fields work?" And I said, "Well, have you got Magic Page Plugin?" They went, "No." Well, you need that to make it work. So we've just added the standard templates, so you can upload one of the templates, zap it in, and add your own X fields and do that manually, or those that obviously have got in on both levels will get can use the X field version as well, which is on Templates Extra. So and I'm updating stuff. I'm just, as soon as Daryl says to me, "Yep, those fields are working," all the current templates, the dev will update them, upload them very quickly, and also the additional there's 3 or 4 more that have now been added into Mass Page Plugin. That my dev has already added some of the content, but we want to add the rest of it, test them, and then make them live. So those won't go live quite yet. But as soon as I get the thumbs up from Daryl that those extra fields are running, then my dev will be on to the 21 odd or 22 odd templates that are already there. And in start of January, I'm aiming the first week of January to have the directory site running and a generic site. That's what I'm aiming for.
That would be great. I look forward to that. I almost wish that I didn't have to have any templates. It's just one of those things. I just put in the link for the guests to join us. If you want to get your face on the screen with us, or you can turn off your camera and just have your microphone. But if you wanted to react, feel free. I put in the chat in Facebook and also YouTube. Notice YouTube's a little bit clearer sometimes the way this Be Live sends it. I don't know if other people notice that, but
yeah, I have 2 screens to this side of me. That's why I look over there, one with Facebook and one with YouTube. And YouTube is just a tiny bit clearer, interestingly enough. But come and say hello. This is an opportunity where you guys can pop on, ask us questions, and you don't need your camera on, just your mic if you want to just say hello. And we're always happy to say hello to people, see how you're doing, get your direct ideas, and we're here to support you as well.
Yeah, I'm not out of ideas yet, guys. We have more to come. But this Siphon was a big revelation when we put the pieces together. We did some testing. It's still in beta, so if you're an enterprise user, you're going to be able to go in and play around with it and test it out. Give me your feedback. Go ahead and send me a message and let me know if you're interested in upgrading to enterprise. Message me. and we'll get you taken care of, or I'll post something in the group. And go ahead and message, especially if you're a founding member. I'm going to put a promo code on the website. But Mike Martin has a discount code, and our good friend Steven has a discount code as well. So,
if I was going to say, Darren, if they're a founding member, won't they be better opening a support ticket to you for?
That's a good idea.
For upgrading. That way, then we'll get to see that.
Yep. Robert, if you can turn down your speaker and listen directly, can you hear us now? Hello? Robert? Hello?
Muted, okay.
Hello, Robert. I can hear you. Okay, yeah. How are you doing?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. How you doing?
Great. How about you guys?
I'm doing good. Doing good.
Awesome. You guys are moving at the speed of sound. We need to build websites.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we want to give you the tools to do that. That's the whole goal, is to help break down barriers. So, is there anything on the call that you enjoyed today?
I think he's listening to the feed and also the Be Live thing at the same time.
He's hearing the delay.
So you might want to turn off the Facebook feed, but stay on Be Live.
Let's see.
You have to close. That's right. Close the Facebook.
Close the Facebook page, and then you won't hear an echo.
Just stay on the Be Live.
Okay, I turned off the Facebook page.
Yeah, now you're hearing us in real time. How you doing?
I'm doing great. You guys are doing wonderful things. It's just so fast. It's hard to believe. Well, a couple of months ago, it was just a concept.
It was just a concept, yeah. And now it's really starting to fill in with all the automated stuff that we're giving you. Just one click of a finger, and it helps you to eliminate the writer's block, and also knocks down some of the technical barriers for using the most powerful mass page application that I know of, which is Magic Page plugin. So we're giving you, the most powerful plugin, for beginners to be able to, just if you buy Mike's plugin, use my form, and use Steven's templates or build your own, and you've got something that you can just replicate and keep building and keep building. Because the guys in this market and that are successful, they find the perfect mix of for their site, and then they replicate it and rinse and repeat. That's what you hear in the rank and rent industry, and you hear about in lead gen, is rinse and repeat. So we're just trying to give you the best tools ever conceived of for that.
Well, I've been dropping all the other shiny objects and just moving and following you guys and Mike Martin. And, I'm really looking forward to the next year is all I can say to you.
We are too. We're going to put a nice polish on it, so it's not as new and beta. So we'll get it so it's a lot more polished. So I promise you that.
And the thing is, as well, Robert, I've spoken to you a few times on one-on-one, and you're an action taker, and there's so many people that buy products. I was looking on my emails, and I had a ton of new products come out. For the IM world, and a couple of people out there that release products. I won't name names, but there's a couple of people out there that release products, and they don't stay around after 6 months. But with us, we do these lives. Me and Dale do the Sunday live. We do the Thursday live with Mike, and we are here to support you guys. Anyone can send us a message and go, I'm not sure about this, or this isn't working. Yeah. Just to mention, by the way, the plumbing upload, which had an issue, my dev's fixed now. I tested it tonight. Okay. So the plumbing template is working. But if anyone finds anything not right with the templates, ping me a message. We'll get it sorted. That's why we're here to support you guys all the way.
I didn't quite hear the answer on when that class is, Daryl.
Yeah, so what we do is we're probably going to cut off registration either Wednesday, Thursday this week. There is a page that is a thank you page that I'll resend to you because on there is 2 links, one about what topics you would love to have covered, and 2, what day works best for you and what time frame. And then what we do is we group people. It looks like the way the groups are right now, we're going to have to do 2 sessions, which means I'm going to give a couple more days to fill in 2 classes or come close to filling in 2 classes. So, if you've missed out on registering, please go ahead and do that. We'll at least get, 1 class going, but it looks like a weekend class will be 1 and a weekday class will be the other for people that can't do the weekends.
I believe I'm already registered. I'm positive I did. So if you don't see that, then let me know. But I just didn't see a date and time.
Yeah, the date and time you help us to generate, because we want to make it so that it's a democracy of people picking the time.
And I'm sure there will be just one golden nugget that'll be worth the value of what the cost is.
I sure hope so. I come to those sessions because you're paying for it with my best and brightest ideas. So,
well, I appreciate you guys. That's all. I just want to jump on and support what you're doing. I appreciate the Sundays and all that you do. I'm not always on every call, but I try to be.
We love it. Thank you, Robert. Thank you so much for
thank you, Robert.
Involvement in the community and being one of the first people to really get behind this product. So we really appreciate it.
All right, guys, you have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye bye.
I like Robert. He's him and I have had a few one-on-one sessions with some training, and I've given him direction. But the thing with this is he's an action taker, and if you're an action taker, including the judge he's just popped on, if you're an action taker,
clothes on. I'm thankful for that.
You will in life get somewhere. If you don't take action, and just buy the next shiny object, you're never going to get anywhere. Evening, the judge. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Very good.
Good. I'm excited about the that image, what you're doing with the images, because those are all we got for real estate mode. If I have my real estate hat on, as much as they say the videos, you got to do video for real estate. If you search for real estate in any town, the first thing that they give you is Zillow, but then they rank images after that. They don't rank Google videos. So the images are incredibly powerful. So I'm excited about that a lot.
Yeah, imagine if you put the neighborhood name inside the metadata. That would, I think, really help you rank for people looking for that neighborhood.
Right. So once we're able to do that, and I could start slamming out pictures of all over the neighborhood, then that changes the game. And Zillow's not going to be able to do that for everything they do. I mean, they do a fantastic job. That's why they have top spot. But then there's everybody else after that, and we'll be able to. Everybody on this call will be able to take over those spots.
I really hope so. I mean, it's theoretical because our pizza experiment was with AWS. But I'm assuming a Google link is going to be better than AWS. So that's why we spend so much time trying to get the Google links for our images. So
I've also seen in images, someone in their image put a little play button, and so when you click through to that image, so it looked like a logo of a play button. Yeah. And so when I clicked it, so then it goes to the actual image page, and then it has the link to the video in it.
Yeah.
So they did that, really, and that was ranking first on Google was their image with the play button.
And you know why it's probably ranking top is because of click-through rate.
Right.
Because it's call to action is pulling people in. So yeah, definitely. So there's 2 things. That's a really good idea, and that gives me an idea that we could do something like, you can use my form as a form, but we're going to actually move the images portion over to the left side, so you can just use the images portion. So you just fill in the mandatory details, then upload your information. So it'll be like a mini form just for the images. Okay.
Right.
And so that will save you a little bit of time, and then you can kind of use it for whatever. So you can use it for GMBs, you can use it for your own, separate like Zillow, because even with Zillow, not sure if they strip it out or not. I know WordPress strips it out, but I don't know if one of them strips it out. That you could maybe put your optimize those images before you send them through those big directories as well, to give you an advantage. Right. But it definitely brings up a good idea. I mean, if you took, because of, we don't limit you in how many times you put in an image, you could make a stack of images with a play button on it with our encoding on it, and then just do that. So it doesn't matter, because every single time it runs through and processes the images on our server, it has a different variation of file name. It has a different variation of all the metadata. All of that stuff changes. So if you have some of the same house with a play button on one and your business card on another one, it doesn't matter.
Right. Right. The other thing I was thinking of, and if you remember back when Mike had the site where he had all the same pictures of the little lock on it, but they all stuffed with different stats. So my idea was, because everybody comes to a real estate site and it says, 2 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2-car garage. If you're going to make a logo type, just not an image, a real image, but just the stat in there, and then you can make multiple stat pictures. Right. And then stuff those over and over. And if they're just scrolling by, like, oh, it has 2-car garage, it has so many square feet, it has an acre, and you're just going to make a picture like that, then you can put multiple up there, and people are looking at the same 5 points of information, but you have 20 pictures that have stuff with all kinds of information in them.
Yeah, you can do that with Magic Page, but instead of being the same image, they could all be different images from all of them that you've uploaded, with just doing just putting the X fields in, right, into a I'm trying to think with WordPress. WordPress doesn't really let you, at least with Beaver Builder, I think you can, but Elementor, I don't think you can put a shortcode in as the file name. Maybe Brizzy does too, but I think the Beaver Builder does, where you can actually select the image as a URL. And if it allows you to do that, then you can put the URL as the X field. And so you have sort of a gallery of all of those different images. Right. And if you put 2-car garage and all of the specs inside of our primary keywords, that will get stuffed into those images randomly. Okay. So you could have the whole gallery of that house's images, and they would all be stuffed with various ones instead of the same image repeating.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Ranking Factory has a product that does exactly what you're talking about. That I think has been tested to work pretty well. I haven't played around with it myself, but we like the fact that they're doing innovation over there as well, Patrick Tuttle. So
yeah, exactly. Well, good stuff. I'm gonna have to rewatch the first part because I did come in a little late, but
sure, yeah. Thanks for not forcing me to redo it. It might break on me the second time I do it.
No problem.
It's in beta, so yep. Let me know if you need anything.
Absolutely. Thanks. Thank you. Happy Sunday.
Tim. Yep.
And
bye-bye.
you. Thanks for popping in.
Yep. So if you guys want to know how Tim got on here, it's just follow the link. It's go.ht/guest. Go.ht/guest.
And then shut down your Facebook one, because otherwise you'll hear a loop back.
Yeah. Terry said, and GPS, latitude, longitude data. I think that's what he's talking about. Yeah, that's good. I wonder if people search for a house via GPS coordinates. I don't know that they do, but maybe they do. Ted says he's had too much excitement for one day.
Yeah,
yeah, right, Ted.
He's had to go and have a lie down.
Oh, I was so excited. I was like, I want to break the news early, but I'm like, no, I'm going to save this for to get Steven's reaction, because I love to get your reaction, buddy.
I'll tell you what, Daryl now, right? Daryl used to phone me in the week on Skype, and he used to go, "You got to see this, got to see this." I go, "Oh wow!" Right now, he saves it for the Sunday calls, don't you, for me?
Yeah, I try to. I mean, this is
Yeah.
our, we're getting some numbers here today. So,
I mean, I love the fact of the Google part as well now. Yeah, so we the future of this is that you can grab some sites, get the content, build a site very quickly, and also have 2 links for the images to stick up to stick up online and link back to, and it's just getting crazy. It's blown my mind tonight as well, mate.
Terry made a good point. It'll definitely help with your GMB listings. With your that's really, really terrific. And the thing is we put in the latitude longitude in the form based on any address. So if you use the form and you just type in an address, then you go in and clear it out. Okay, so if you're trying to pull up rankings in nearby areas in your GMB, right? You build out a website, a magic page website, and you just put in the name of the business, but you change the address a little bit, okay? So that it doesn't have a street number, it just has a street name, and it has the town and everything. And then all you're doing is you're basically putting a little marker out there to the Google bots that your business is out this further, a little bit further out. And we have on our template, maybe I should talk to you, Stephen, make sure you have it on your template, is on the contact us page. We take the actual GMB latitude, longitude, and we put that in the map. So I'm not sure if that would really help, but I would imagine that that's got to help a little bit with your GMB coverage.
Let's book a call in the week, Darren. You can go through that, and I can get my devs to add that. Absolutely.
There is an X field for latitude, longitude that comes from my form, so that could definitely help for people. Imagine if you could create viral images with metadata from the forum that goes viral. OMG, yeah, no kidding. I mean, it's the click-through rate. When you have if you have an image, right, Robert, if you have an image that is well tagged, it gets you into that top spot. How about being number 1 in the top spot because your image is a bit viral? Yeah, I mean that. Especially, I mean, think about if you're selling affiliate products and you can find some really viral pictures that are proven to be viral, but you have the better metadata, you can outrank those people. So, yeah, definitely. That's
Is
a great.
Is it possible, right, to automate a way where you could take an image and take the idea of a play button, but it automatically puts the play button over the top of an image?
We could do that with our processing. We could put a play button on top of the images.
That'd be even better. How cool would that be?
Because there is a video on most of the pages. I mean, we could give you the option of having that kind of thing.
Just maybe a tick box and then a few variations of the play button.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like that kind of user experience. I don't like to have something I click on and it doesn't open a video. Like I would almost think it would give you more negative, but technically it can be done. But from a user experience standpoint, I would stay away from that gimmick unless it's like what Tim was talking about, where it's actually a house that has a whole a home tour on that page, right? Then it's not like a letdown when you click on the image. It's it's actually a process thing. But he could easily just do that on the images that he wants and stick them in the form, and it'll come out with the play button, and he'll have that for that. So if you guys joined us late, we demoed the Siphon. This will be a playback that you can watch inside of the Facebook group. Siphon is a mass page exclusive right now. And what it does is that basically you pull in information from a text box or from a website. It's in beta, so there's definitely going to be some issues right off the bat, but there are some workarounds with it. And we'll be showing a little bit more with that during the week this week as we put some finishing touches on the code. But with Siphon, it rewrites the content without using spin text. It actually rewrites it with AI. And so it takes and makes it copyscape efficient. It doesn't show up on copyscape typically. And also, if you go back to the original and you put in the sentences from Siphon into the original, they don't exist on that document. Okay, so you're basically cheating off somebody else's paper, but changing all the answers and getting 100.
So you get a lot of thumbs up and love on Facebook for this.
Yeah, it's like you copy off your buddy who's going to get a B. You put it into my silo or Siphon, and it spits out an A. It gives you an A instead of a B. So, wish you had that when you were in school.
This is just super crazy, isn't it? I mean, I'm loving every minute of this, bud. Seriously, it's
Andrew's got to get his day started. Absolutely, Andrew. We're going to get out of here anyway. We don't want you to miss anything. But thank you guys so much. We've enjoyed having you on the call today and sharing this. If you need any help, let me know. Put on a ticket if you need a promo code or something to get the enterprise. And Tim Judge says it sounds like his school experience. I hope you were getting those A's from watching bees. That's what I hope. Usually the cheaters don't come out ahead, but with our tool, you kind of do. Anyway, so we wanted to bring this out and show it to you. Updates look good. Look for the training coming. Yeah, the training we like to do right. So I like to custom tailor it to what people's questions are. That's the beauty of me doing a specialized training for you. It's not whatever I'm coming up with. It's kind of to help you guys and do it in a sort of a classroom setting so that we can work back and forth where you'll be able to come on the screen with me and ask questions directly, and we can work through things for some time. So don't worry about that. We'll reach out to you. And I'll get you the link so you can pick your favorite times and favorite topics, Robert, and you'll be good to go. All right. Thank you, my buddy. Thank you. We did talk about Christmas. The 27th is between Christmas and New Year's. We're going to take a day off.
So we're here next week. The week after having a break because it's Christmas and everyone wants to get drunk and put the feet up and just take some time out. Over Christmas, by the way, I don't know about you, Dale, but for me, the Christmas week, sort of running over Christmas Day and that, if you happen to submit a support ticket, that I do get pinged messages, and where possible, I will try and reply to people. But you've got to understand that with family and we very rarely take time off, me and Daryl and Mike and the team. Yeah, we're always trying to support people every day of the week. So the time running over Christmas, we do try and take out. So you won't get a response on Christmas Day, obviously. Boxing Day, I'll probably be drunk, and a few days after that to spend time with the family. So, over the Christmas week, bear with us. We always, as soon as we're back, we will respond to tickets. What I suggest you do is only really submit a ticket over that time if it's really urgent. Like like with me, if your website's completely down, or something's really urgent. Same with Daryl. If it's a really urgent thing. Same with Mike. Only submit tickets if they're really important, and we get a pinged message. And if they're really urgent, we will jump on and sort it out for you.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll be back on the 3rd after we take a break for Christmas. So we decided that. So we'll do that on the 3rd. But all right, guys. Well, we had a lot to talk about. Maybe next week I'll just kick my feet up and say, "Yep, I did nothing this week." But no, I probably won't.
He's gonna let another cat out of the bag next week. I can't wait.
We broke 2 big ones this week, but we'll have the Google URLs, so we'll be able to play around with that. If you find that they start to show up for you, you'll see that we've already done it. That it will be for agency and for enterprise. So if you're on the business plan, that particular feature I would definitely get. So I would join the agency or enterprise for that. All right. Well, that's it for this Sunday edition of Mass Page Tools Sunday Live. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, Devil. I'm super excited now.
It's going to be a fun week ahead for people to try this out.
Well,
so.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great night. We'll see you.
Bye-bye.